So, as President Trump said, he would not be the first president to declare an emergency or to use his executive authority to do so. There have been about 55 uh, national emergencies declared since the National Emergency Act came into being in the late 70s. Usually, they are used to deal with situations that emerge instantaneously or in proximity to the declaration, not something that's threatened over the course of weeks and used as a bargaining chip or as a political tool. Um, for instance, President Obama declared a national emergency to deal with the H1N1 virus. Where we had people who were traveling into the United States, and we needed to address that issue so that the virus did not spread. It's also been used to address terrorist activities after a particular event. President Clinton, President Bush have all used this particular tool to deal with situations
Okay, but in
that
this
arise
case,
that pose a threat.
this is a border wall which Trump wants to fund without approval from Congress, and Democrats are saying that this is unconstitutional.
Yes, because there has to be a legitimate basis for doing so. And as was articulated in the suit that is going to be filed by New York and other states, including New Mexico and some of the other border states, the data that suggests that we are being invaded does not line up with the characterization that the president is giving this humanitarian crisis. So just because you say it's an emergency doesn't mean it is an emergency. You need to have legitimate justifications for using this extraordinary tool of the executive branch.
Right. Now, President Trump has said that he expects to be sued, that it will go through the system, and he says when it gets to the Supreme Court, he's going to win. Knowing how the Supreme Court is set up, is a legal challenge going to succeed?
Well, we don't know. And I hope that he can't predict, based on politics, how the U.S. Supreme Court will rule. It is supposed to be an apolitical body. And we hope that just because certain justices were appointed by the court does not mean that they are going to rule in his favor. They would be ruling not based on who the president is who's declaring the emergency. Rather, they'd be ruling on whether there's justification that exists to support the use of this extraordinary executive power.
Tanya, good to get your views there. Thank you very much indeed for joining us. Tanya Washington there.